2026 is off to a great start so far. Not so much for Nintendo because we still don't have a Nintendo Direct in sight for the first-party games. We got a partner showcase. Not much there. Not looking too great. Was hoping for an Elden Ring, release date or some more information on the Dust Bloods, but nothing. Same thing with the Nintendo indie showcase thing. Hoping to see Witchbrook. That's been delayed a quarter two. Still no sign of that. So a lot of the regular games that I'm looking forward to for the Nintendo Switch 2 are not on the horizon. We still don't know what first-party titles we're getting for this year, but baby Pokemon has come out swinging. And they really needed to because they were hurting last generation on the original Nintendo Switch. But it is the 30th anniversary, and so of course on Pokemon Day, there was a Pokemon Presents, Pokemon Nintendo Direct, whatever you want to talk about it. Weirdly enough, and I don't know if this was just a mistake on the Pokemon Company's part, but 1 week prior to Pokemon Day, all of a sudden, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, the remakes of the Gen 1 games for the Game Boy Advance, were just listed online, weirdly enough, for some reason. They just kind of put them on the eShop without any announcement or nothing like that. And it was really funny. I was at work and I got a notification on my phone. My phone was just blowing up because everybody online was talking about Fire Red and Leaf Green confirmed. They're on the eShop. You can get them. You can pre-order them right now. And I was like, no, there's no way that's true. And so I walked back to the back stock room. I grabbed my Switch 2. We've got Wi-Fi here, and so I just looked it up, and sure enough, there they are. They're right there. I was like, wow, that's kind of a weird way. You figured that they would shadow drop at the actual event, but then an hour or two later, we started getting commercials and trailers and posts on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So yeah, I guess they fully intended just to announce that information before the Pokemon Presents, which was weird. And even in the Pokemon Presents video, they were like, oh, and by the way, since last week we told you that this was so they intended to do that. Just kind of weird they wouldn't surprise shadow drop it. I don't know. Very strange, but hey, whatever. Not a big deal. Along with that, I wanted to also chat a little bit about Pokopia, which is the brand new sweeping sensation that is just taking over the internet right now, which I honestly had no idea it was going to be this big. They announced it, I think, last year at a Pokemon Presents or at a Nintendo Direct. I can't remember when they announced it, but I remember when I first saw it, I was just like, another crappy Pokemon spinoff. Not going to be good, probably going to be trash, not interested. And then about a week before the game came out, all of a sudden it's getting 90s and 100s on Metacritic, and everyone is like, wait a minute, Pokemon's going to actually put out a good game this year? This is crazy. So the game comes out, and of course, like everybody else, I get kind of swept up in the hype. I mean, any game that's going to get that high of a rating, I'm going to probably check out. I checked it out, played it on release, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It might be game of the year. It might be my game of the year this year. So I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan. I've said that before. I love it to death. Animal Crossing is one of my favorite franchises because I can play. I know Resident Evil Requiem just came out. I've also got that as well. It's really fun. I'm enjoying that too. But I do like a cozy game. I like a cozy, relax, lay back, don't stress out. One of the reasons I have not made an episode this year, the time of recording for this is March the 10th. Oh, which is Mario Day. Happy Mario Day. We're just randomly happy Mario Day. I didn't do that on purpose, but it's March the 10th. And I haven't been able to do anything since coming back into town because as soon as I got back, I had a whole bunch of visa stuff to do. I don't want to get into that because you probably don't care. Since I do live in Japan, I've got to file visas to stay here, and the one that I'm currently just doing over and over again is a spouse visa. which is about every 3 years. But I am also applying for residency. So that itself is a huge thing. They want to know everything about your life, how much money you're making here, how much money you're making in other countries, what property you own, what are you doing, like how many family members do you have? Like they got to know everything. And so it takes forever. So as soon as I got back to Japan from my Christmas vacation with my family, it was just hit the ground running. We need this document. We need that document. We need that. We need this. We need that. And I hadn't even started my spouse visa yet. And I was like, well, that expires pretty soon. I got to really do that. And so it's been super stressful being back, but finally I've gotten it all taken care of. I'm still waiting to find out about my residency, but my spouse visa is taken care of. So yada, yada, yada. It's all going well. I'm doing fine. But as I said, I've had enough stress this year. I don't really need any more stress. So when I was playing, I'm about halfway through Resident Evil Requiem, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it. But right now, I really kind of needed a Pokopia. I needed something kind of like that to just slow down and have a little bit of fun and just make a stupid town for a bunch of Pokemon. That's what I need to do in my life right now. I don't need biochemical weapons. I don't need things blowing up. I mean, I don't know if you're looking at the news lately on how things are going around the world, but a lot of stuff is blowing up around the world as well right now. Let's just unplug from all of that for a while and just have a little fun making some houses in a nice little town for your Pokemon. And I'm loving it. It's fantastic. Dare I say, it might be better than Animal Crossing New Horizons. I can't say that it's 100% better than the Animal Crossing franchise, but as of right now, I'm about 10 to 15 hours into it. It is better than New Horizons. It is better than New Horizons. You can do so many different things. Like you can physically build your own houses. You can also buy already like made houses. You can like do like smelting and like Minecraft stuff. I mean, you can like befriend Pokemon and raise their like level as like friends. And the higher you raise your level, the more things you unlock. You can rebuild Pokemon centers, which will feature like interesting new shops and like seasonal things. Like there is just so much to do. And it's great because when I would walk around my island in Animal Crossing New Horizons, there would be a few times where I'll be like, I would be kind of like, well, what do I do next? What should I do next? Because not a lot's happening. But baby, in Pokopia, you are just bombarded with stuff. If you're standing there too long, a Pokemon will just walk up to you and be like, hey, can I get a chair? Like, I want a chair at my house. Can you go make me a chair? And so it's like, there's just so many things to do. You really can get sidetracked from what you're doing. Like, if you need to do something across town, like if you're like, oh, I'm going to walk to the other side of the town and I'm going to finish building that building that I was working on the way, you're going to get distracted by like 20 other things. There's just so much constantly happening. I mean, it is just fantastic. I love it. There's a lot to do. It's a super cute art style. You want to collect everything. You want to do everything. The story's actually interesting too. Like, you're playing in this post-apocalyptic world where all of the people have disappeared and all of the Pokemon are wondering where'd all the humans go, and you're kind of rebuilding society to try to get the humans to come back. I haven't figured out the whole story yet, and I'm not going to put too many spoilers in this podcast, but it's great. It's fantastic. It is totally deserving of all of the praise that it's been getting, and I cannot recommend it enough to Pokemon fans of the old games or the new games. Like, this is quite possibly the best, I don't want to say the best Pokemon game ever made, but it's definitely up there for like the best spin-off. Like, I've played Mystery Dungeon. Those are fine. Those are okay. Pokemon Snap is one of my all-time favorites. I even like the new Pokemon Snap one. I remember having Hey You Pikachu back in the day. And to me, Hey You Pikachu is really sort of, I don't know, the dream of Pokopia. When for those of you that don't know, Hey You Pikachu is a really crappy old N64 title that it came with the cartridge for the game as well as a microphone that you put on your N64 controller, and you would talk to Pikachu, theoretically. It didn't really work. It was kind of garbage. But you would say things to him, and then you would instruct him, hey, go over there and thunderbolt that, or hey, go over there and pick up the rock, or hey, you go over there and do this. And you were supposed to build a friendship with Pikachu, but the mic was so crappy and the technology just wasn't there that it just really never worked. It was just garbage. But the goal of it was to feel like you're living with Pokemon. And what would it be like to coexist with them? And obviously, us being humans and Pokemon being Pokemon, there's always a language barrier because we don't speak the same language as Pokemon. But in Pokopia, since you play as a Ditto that's in the shape of a human, you can just talk to these Pokemon in English or your language, whatever your language set is on your Switch. Whatever your language is, that's what they talk to you. And they've all got their little personalities, and they've got things to say and opinions and stuff they want or stuff they don't like. And it's just like, wow, it's like this is sort of the pinnacle dream of Pokemon, at least from my opinion. Like, this is kind of what we've always wanted out of this franchise. To me, Pokemon has always been the franchise with the most potential that has yet to have been tapped. Like, you've got this great world with all these interesting characters and all this stuff that I want locked behind RPG mechanics. Because if you don't like an RPG, and you're kind of SOL, right? It's almost like Game Freak and Koei Tecmo and the people that made this game were like, for the longest time, every single time we've made a Pokemon game, we're always consumed with like stats and math. And it's just like we've always attached math to Pokemon. Like, what's their attack level? What's their defense level? What is this level? And there's all these numbers and graphs. I mean, for any of you that ever looked through a Pokemon like strategy guide, the back half of it is just like Pikachu and then like a graph of numbers. And then Charizard, a graph of numbers. And it's almost like some really, really smart person at Game Freak or the Pokemon Company was like, you know what? What if we just got rid of the math? What if we got rid of the crappy, nerdy part and just kept the fun stuff? And I think everybody in the boardroom went, yeah, that's a good idea. And I think that's why you're seeing this game really explode with so many people, because there is no like nerd barrier. Because I enjoy Pokemon. It's fun, but I'm employed. I have a family. I don't have time to like Google search, okay, what's his level versus my level, and like what is steel type weakness to, and what is that weak to this, and how do I build my it's like, dude, I don't have time for all that. I just want to look at the cute animals and just like walk around a town. And that's what Pokopia is. It's perfect. I love it. And I'm not surprised that it has done this well since after I've played it. And shockingly enough, this is the Nintendo Switch 2's first system seller. I will open Instagram or TikTok and I just will see people running out to Best Buy to buy this console, to play this game. And it blows my mind. It's like, I would not have put that on my bingo card. If you'd have said in 2026 that the number one system seller for the Switch 2 was going to be a spin-off Pokemon game, I would not have called that. I would have never thought that, not in a million years. But speaking of people going crazy, it is Pokemon's 30th anniversary, and it's wild out here. I actually just went to the Pokemon Center this last weekend here in Fukuoka, and it was crazy. They just refurbished it. They put it in the new building at Hakata Station, and it's a really nice little section. It's a really great little area, but man, oh man, it was jam-packed with people because they had 30th anniversary merchandise. They had Pokopia merchandise there. Plus, they had a bunch of other just like random stuff. I don't know. They just had a ton of things there. Obviously, the number one crazy selling thing is that Pikachu Pixel plush. For those of you that have not seen it and don't know about it, it is a Pikachu plush doll, but he looks like the sprite in the Game Boy. So his cheeks are like pixelated and his face is all pixelated, but he's still like a plush. It's really cute and it's appropriately priced. Not worth the scalpers' prices, but when I was there, I saw a big sign that said, "Don't worry, we're restocking. Don't buy it from scalpers online," because that's what everybody out here in Japan did. They all ran out to Pokemon centers and just bought them all up day one. So that's obviously the hot, big crazy new thing. The thing that I'm most excited for, which doesn't come out until I think April, they said, from Hori. Hori is a Switch and Switch 2 like accessory company. They make really good stuff out here in Japan. I prefer their cases to the other stuff that they have. But they've got a Pokopia line that they've got coming out right now, and one of them is just a nice Switch 2 Pokopia case, which looks really, really cute. On the inside, it's like all green and grass looking, and it's got, the little Pokemon Center thing, and it's got the little guys running around. It's really, I'm possibly gonna have to get that case when it comes out. I don't know. I got my little bare bones case back when the Switch 2 launched, but I don't know. I miss having a nice, fun, themed case. Which, speaking of that, the best thing they've got coming out, which I am very excited for, is they are creating a little miniature. It's the same size as the regular Gen 1 Pokedex, because you use the Gen 1 Pokedex in Pokopia. But it's the Gen 1 Pokedex. It opens up. It's a zipper. It opens up, and it holds your Switch 2 game cartridges inside of it. I gotta jump all over that. That's awesome. And it clips onto your like bag or your whatever, and it's just like, ugh. Because now the only problem is that it only carries like 8 cartridges, I think. But honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really take that many games physically with me. Like when I go to like a hotel, or like if we stay somewhere, we go out of town, I'm not gonna play a ton of games anyway, so I don't really need to bring a whole library. So for me, that's perfect for like a little trip. If we're going to do a weekend getaway or whatever, and I just want to bring a couple games for some downtime at night when we're not doing anything, that's perfect. Plus, I've got stuff digitally. So anyway, but I'm rambling. Pokemon's 30th anniversary is looking like a lot of fun. They are slowly dropping more merch out here. Like there was a cool little notebook which looked like a Pokedex, and on every single page there was like a little different Pokemon thing. But that doesn't release until like this Thursday or something. So it seems like every week they've got more stuff for the 30th anniversary coming out, which is kind of a bummer, because I kind of wish they would just drop the whole line and then just restock throughout the year, because I don't know. The restocking situation in Japan is weird. Sometimes they do it and sometimes they don't. Pokemon Company doesn't seem to do much of it. They kind of say, hey, get it while you get it, or it's gone. And of course, everything sells out in 20 seconds. That's just the nature of Pokemon. But anyway, I'm super happy with the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. It's really fun. I have a sort of a conspiracy theory that is why we have not gotten a Nintendo Direct. There's a good chance that the folks at Nintendo were like, what is this thing you're making, this Pokopia? What the hell is this? And then they played it and they went, oh, let's cancel all of our games for the first half of 2026, because this is going to consume people's lives. And if someone made that call, they were very, very correct on that, because getting us hyped for a February Nintendo Direct and then just having all of those games getting buried under the popularity of Pokopia was probably a smart move, because I am very surprised at how popular this game has become. And for those of you listening, if you haven't checked it out, it is worth checking out if you like those kind of like Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Animal Crossing kind of chill, cozy kind of games. Like, this is fantastic. It's really, really good. I can't recommend it enough. I'm not a huge Minecraft guy. I jump in and out of it every once in a while, but I get the feeling I'm going to be playing this off and on for a couple years. Like I'm really deep into this right now. Like I'm playing it. I'm discovering new stuff, and I can't. I want to go play it right now. I want to jump back in there and play it right now. But anyway, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on Pokemon? Also, sorry, I completely forgot to talk about Gen 10. Gen 10 was announced. Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves is coming out in 2027. It's disappointing. I kind of wished we were going to cap off the 30th anniversary with Gen 10 this year, but honestly, the footage of it looks great. The graphics and the frame rate looks fantastic on the Switch 2. If they need an extra year just to polish it up to make it perfect, I don't need it on the 30th anniversary. Take your time, put out a great game. I don't want another broken Scarlet and Violet kind of situation. even though they patched that on the Switch too, still they missed the hype window. Anyway, take your time, put it together well. The starters look fantastic. The pom-pom dog, I know, is everybody's favorite. He's really, really cool. But the lizard is pretty sick as well. The iguana, or the little gecko lizard guy looks really cool. I feel like he's going to look like a creep in his third and final evolution. He's going to be one of those like creepy guys. Like maybe he's going to have like a fedora and look like a weirdo. The bird with the eyebrows that are leaves is also cool. I don't know. All three are great. I just hope that their final evolutions are as good as their first evolutions. I feel like that's sort of been a bad trend we've had recently. Like, if you look at Gen 1, like, Squirtle is cool, Charmander's cool, Bulbasaur is cool. And then the final 3 evolutions are also great. Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. Those are cool, too. The middle's kind of uncomfortable and weird. But, I don't know. I just hope that the final forms are good, because those are going to be the ones that we're going to see the most in the game, after they evolve. Yes, the first one's cute, but we're going to live with those third evolutions. So please make those awesome, not creepy, not weird. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, what do you think? Are you excited about the future of Pokemon? I definitely am. I've been down on Pokemon for so long that it's great to actually be excited about it again. What are your thoughts? Have you tried Pokopia? Are you thinking about trying it? Or do you even have a Switch 2? If you don't, why are you listening to me? Unless you're one of those weirdos that's like my friend that just listens to this out of pity, which I appreciate. What are your comments? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please take care of each other out there.